Hello, it's me, Richard. Today's January 7, 2021. I hope everyone had a great day. It's been beautiful weather all this week, Los Angeles, California. A part of my channel, I just don't want to talk about cryptos. I will get to Dogecoin and Bitcoin. And I'm going to share some articles which kind of confirms about my skepticism about blockchain and cryptos. But I'll get into that in a second. I wanted to share a painting that I have, that I own. It's a 3 feet by 4 feet. It's about American Indians in battle. With paintings, you have a different type of paintings. There are different styles in painting. You have abstract, realism, illustrative art. This is illustrative. The artist is unknown, but he goes by the name of Lee Houston. And I did pick this up at an estate sale in Beverly Hills years ago. But it is an illustrative art. It's not abstract. It's not realism. This tells a story. You see the Alpha Indian in the front. He's waving to his comrades to slow down with caution, and you're seeing that they're cautious. So anyways, there's a group of Indians around the corner, and then the bedrock is very detailed. You see a lot of detail there. That's what I love about illustrative art. It shows a lot of detail as if you're taking a photograph. And the rockscape in the foreground, it's beautiful. It's the brush strokes to command such a detail when you're applying paint to canvas. This artist is really a genius. These are really hard, almost impossible to find, and I felt lucky. But concepts and artwork, you have foregrounds, backgrounds, and middle ground, and basically that's so you have depth perception. So like you see a group of Indians back there on the far left, that it's giving you a perception like depth, and that's what you want to look for in artwork too. Everything is commanded executedly well. It's perfection in my world. I just love it. You see how the legs of the alpha right over there, the legs, you can actually tell the muscular definition of the legs, all the muscle tone. You can see anger, the second one there, the muscle tone, the horses. So the size of the horse is in proportion with the size of the Indian. It is truly a valuable artwork. So at any rate, I wanted to share that with you. I love art, and I'll be doing more videos on it. I just can't do it with the amount of time that I have on these channels because, there is an attention focus with the audience. And I don't want to alienate any of my audience members regarding, how long the video is going to be. Okay, so I just wanted to enlarge this a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to have to hold this. Okay, so, going to Dogecoin. It has done very, very well today. It's been steady. It's hovering around, it's about 8:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's at 1738. It took a couple of dips, 1660 at 640. And it really took a dive, and I was watching this as it dove about 10:50 a.m. this morning. And I thought it was going to crash or tank. And I talked about tanking in my earlier videos if you want to watch those. So I wasn't concerned, and it immediately went back up, up to 1820. So I wasn't worried about it. It appears that it's losing steam. There was a lot of hype. I mean, it was a lot of it appears to be losing a lot of steam. Let me put it that way. But it's still holding strong. It's currently at 1738, and I've got about, I don't know if you can see that, 183,284 units. It's a little bit under a cent, a penny. So if you go to a Robinhood account, it'll tell you exactly where it's trading at, 0.009. So it's about under a cent. Which, I'm not worried about it. I know that Dogecoin will be going up. Okay, so I want to go to talk about coin market cap. And I've mentioned this a lot in the past, my past videos. So, and I know that when I did my video last night, it cut off a lot of, and I see that it's focusing. I really apologize for all of this. Trying to get a handle on this. I have to focus this again. And let me see if I could attach this to my laptop. Bear with me, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, this is embarrassing. I'm going to buy better equipment and video editing software. This is being done on the fly, and I'm not doing it from script. Okay, so here we go. Bitcoin is at about $705 billion today, January 7. Let me show you what it was yesterday. Okay, right over there, it was $688 million. So it went up about $16 billion and a half. So it wasn't as much as it was the last several days, where the day before it was about $57 billion in increase. So something is going on. There is no pure, what I would say, more precise fact to tell you what would cause this market movement on a global scale to what's driving this. There's not one simple answer to this. It's all computers. That's all it is, just a bunch of computers and programming and blockchain. And it's decentralized. So you have millions of computers all over the world, and these programmers are into like tinkering around with the blockchains on mining and adding programs to the blockchain regarding these cryptos. But unlike money, where you can verify it in the bank, you get a bank statement, you get a daily ledger on the amount of funds in the bank, gold, silver, you can get a direct answer out of that. What causes, to create the value and the holding value pattern with those type of monetary units. U.S. dollar, gold, silver, you can pinpoint those. But with Bitcoin, forget it. You're not going to be able to pinpoint the exact value, what's causing the value to go up or what's causing it to go down. This is all controlled gambling, and I've said that before in my videos. Ethereum. Okay, so this is interesting. So it didn't move much since I started this video about half an hour ago. It stayed at $705,410, but it was about $37,900. Now it's up to $38,617. So do you see that? This is moving around, but this is still staying the same. So I understand that this is just a chart and it's not precise. So the global market cap is, for every second that goes by, it's not going to change on a second basis. It's going to take the last algorithmic market cap and plot it down here on this website, which is called Coin Market Cap. So at any rate, but here with the unit for Bitcoin is changing every second. you got me there. I just, I would expect this to move around too. But Ethereum went down almost about, used to be $1,200 yesterday. It's down to $1,170. And where was the market cap for Ethereum? Ethereum was $136 billion. That's Ethereum right there. Yesterday's number. You see 1204 yesterday. So 136, and where is it at right now? So it dropped about $5 billion, give or take. Okay, now moving forward, Tether is still the same. Tether is a popular cryptocurrency. XRP, Litecoin, they're all popular. Polkadot is another popular Bitcoin cryptocurrency. I want to get to Dogecoin. And Dogecoin is at 30. I think it was 30 yesterday. It's still ranking the same. It's under a penny. And the global market cap is around it's $1,201,000,000. Okay, I'm going through this, and I'm hoping I'm not boring anybody, but you got to try to understand the ratio. My mind is kind of thinking as an accountant, where you got to look at ratios, where you're comparing certain elements within the bigger pie and how it fits in, so that way you can determine the true value of what the numbers you're looking at. Ratios are very important. So I hope I'm not boring a lot of you about this, but I think that this is very important to look at. And other YouTubers, they it's all about buy, and I'm winning. Well, that's if you have the money, you have a percentage of your disposable income. That's great. I invested $1,000 last week. I do have a need for money, and I might have to pull some of it out because I have, some bills that I have to pay. So I might pull out $500, tomorrow out of my Dogecoin balance, but I'm trying to get the money somewhere else. Okay, I want to go to an article about Max Kaiser. He's a very interesting person. This guy, Max Kaiser, I saw another video on this Max Kaiser last night, and it really intrigued me. He says he was asked what the price will be for Bitcoin towards the end of 2021. And he said it will be $220,000. And he has like 3 key elements to determine what the value of Bitcoin will be in the future based on 3 certain elements. One of it being halving, H-A-L-V-I-N-G. The other one is hash rates. So I want to go into hash rate adjustments. But here, this article is very interesting. He's popular. Max Kaiser is popular for making BTC predictions based on hash rate adjustments. And there's one sentence that I found that confirmed what my skepticism of Bitcoin is. Okay, there's a total hash rate. So what hash rate is, I don't know if you can see that. Hash rate is the measuring unit of the processing power of Bitcoin network. The Bitcoin network must make intensive mathematical operations for security purposes. Please note that, security. When the network reaches a hash rate of 10 TH/s, it meant it could make 10 trillion calculations per second. That's possible. I believe that with more advanced computers, advanced laptops and quantum computers coming around the corner, this 10 trillion calculations could be 100 trillion per second. It will happen. But that's what hash rate. So what it is that it's calculating the algorithms to assign a monetary value on Bitcoin. It's all there. The BTC hash rate has topped 148 x/s per second as per info on blockchain. Blockchain.com is interesting. You should look at that. As per the chart provided by the platform, the bit rate the Bitcoin hash rate has surged 12% over the last week. So you can see right there what it was. That's through December 28th last year. Okay. Okay. There was a statement in here in this article about estimates that I wanted to share with you. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have the video editing software. Okay, there's another statement here. It says, as stated by Glassnode, the MVRVZ score is used to assess an asset is when an asset is overvalued or undervalued relative to its fair value, as underlined by the deviation between its market cap and realized cap. Okay, so market cap is what the market is. Like, we're looking at coin market cap. You know, I'm showing you the global market capitalization and the per unit price. The realized cap would be what you sell it for. Realized used in finance and accounting is that you buy a building or you buy a stock, then it has value. The value is governed by the market value that you read in tabular reporting informations, and that's your market value. And then when you sell it at a gain or you sell it at a loss. That's your realized cap. So they're attempting to pinpoint the true exact nature of what the value of Bitcoin is at a certain point in time. And this goes with what I've been saying before, is that there has to be a lot of money going into Bitcoin, and it gyrates, and it excites the algorithm within all these computer networks all over the world into increasing the value or lowering the value of Bitcoin based on the money that is going into it. But that is not a complete true exact science. There is other things that are going on with Bitcoin, in my opinion, and one of that is algorithms and its ability to be manipulated, and no one has you can't intercede with that manipulation, and no one can control it. Like I said, it went up $16 billion, but Bitcoin relatively stayed the same. It went up like it went up like only $1,000 per unit. I mean, it didn't go up much, 37,278 from yesterday. And then right now, it's like 38,000. I just showed you earlier. So, but we had a $16 billion increase in global supply of money. So it should have went up higher. That's what I'm trying to get at. It just went up 1,000. It stayed at 37,000 throughout most of today, Thursday. It stayed the same, but with $16 billion increase from yesterday through today, Thursday, I would expect it to go up, a lot more. It didn't. So this is kind of confirming my suspicion about Bitcoin, even blockchain. And I'm running into about 19 minutes into this. Like Matt Kaiser, he's a very smart man. I mean, this guy, I'm not bashing this guy. He's a very, he's a very smart man, and he's got a lot of Bitcoin, and he's a very wealthy man too. But these articles come out when something good happens. When something crashes, you don't see these people anymore. So it's like now now I learned that there's a Max Kaiser because Bitcoin is going up. So will it go up, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow? I don't know. It can crash. With Bitcoin, it has the value. It goes down a river of blockchain programming. And then you got to convert that to a monetary dollar, US dollar or whatever, Euro dollars, whatever. That has to go through a bank. You can have an online banking system or a brick and mortar bank. You can't just walk to a Bitcoin that's called, bank. There's no Bitcoin banks dedicated just to Bitcoins. There is none. You have it tied into PayPal. Even with PayPal, it has to go through your bank. So, the value can be going up on crypto, on Bitcoin, but then you don't have the money in your hands. You've got to transfer that to your bank. And then you go to your bank, write a check, or pay your bills that way, or you take it over the counter or through your ATM. So I don't know if a lot of my audience member realizes that or know about that. I know that a lot of you do know that. I'm just trying to help everybody out with that piece of knowledge. Deviation is a very important term in finance. Deviation. I'm going to do video this weekend on stocks and what my opinion is on equity and cryptocurrencies. I'm going to have to get that out this coming Sunday. But deviation is a very important term, and I will explain it this weekend. And another article here. There's hash rate. Here, I think this is where I was trying to, okay, this is it right here. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that, here we go. Okay, so this is what hash rate is. Mining hash rate is key security metric. The more hashing computing power in the network, the greater its security and its overall resistance to attack. Although Bitcoin exact hashing power is unknown, there you go. The hashing power is unknown. It is possible to estimate it from the number of blocks being mined and the current block difficulty. Okay, so there you go. There is risk to security intrusion by, like I said in my video last night, by some evildoers out there in the world. They have evil intent, and what they do is they eat and breathe this every day. They might be sleeping on their couch 3 hours out of a 24-hour work schedule, and they are eating and breathing this stuff every day to get rich. And I don't know where they are, but they're out there in the world, and I really pray that people are not blindly going into this thinking that it's valuable like stocks and all that. I'm going to add more to what I'm saying now, but I'll have to do that in another video because there's a lot of people that are highly educated. I mean, they're more educated than me, and they are true believers in Bitcoin. I'm not knocking Bitcoin or cryptos. They're here to stay. Bitcoin is a threat to the Federal Reserve System in the United States. It's a threat to the dollar, to the fiat. So what's happening is that as miners are able to make their own money, they're getting off the grid. They don't have to go work for an employer. Their main goal is to be financially independent. And as long as Bitcoin is accepted as a form of payment, it's always going to be there. So if you have a buyer and a seller, and the buyer says, yeah, I'll take your Bitcoin, then there you go. That's your market. Your market is between that buyer and that seller. So as long as that happens and it stays the same, that's the course of this, where you have buyers and sellers, then Bitcoin and all these other cryptos are going to be there in the world. So this is a hash rate distribution, a pie chart that I pulled up, and it tells you all these other, it talks about hash rates and here you go, the unknown. The unknown is like, it's a big part of this pie chart. So here the graph above shows the market share of the most popular Bitcoin mining pools. So these are all the mining pools that are out there. They're mining it. They're using computers, electricity. They're generating these Bitcoins, and then it pops it out. Where it's going to your blockchain programming, and it gets siphoned off. It transfers. It goes down the river of blockchain, down the river. And so anyways, it should only be used as a rough estimate. And okay, this is important. This is what's, I've been saying this for like the last week. It should only be used as a rough estimate, and for various reasons will not be 100% accurate. A large portion of blocks are grouped into the unknown category. This does not mean an attack of the network. It simply means we have been unable to determine the origin. There you go. I mean, it's talking about, they don't know, computer scientists, whatever, university, they don't know all of what crypto is all about. I mean, you have a large pool it's there in reality, but they don't know where the source is or what it is, really the source. And it talks about here, estimation. It's not 100%. And it talks about security. And that's my biggest concern is security. So it says it here. It says, right here, it says, this does not mean an attack on the network. So what, okay, it's a matter of semantics in the English language. This does not mean an attack on the network. So that means that there could be an attack on the network, right? I mean, that's the way I read it. There could be an attack. And so there you go. I really, really appreciate everybody. I'm holding on to Dogecoin. It's still going strong. I mean, it just dropped, 1660. It took a dive. I mean, not a dive or a tank, but it went down to 1660. I'm holding on, but I have some monetary issues. I might have to pull some money out. I'm still trying to figure this out in my current life. So I don't know. But I'll be doing some more videos. I'll talk about art later on in the month. I can't do it right now. I did want to share that painting with you, and cryptos. And please subscribe to my channel, and also hit the like button. You can hit the down button. I appreciate that. And also leave comments. If you have information that you want to share with everyone else, please do so. And I really want to advise those that are watching that, they're posting comments about buying, these scam comments. I've been trying to delete them, and they keep coming back. I'm not sponsoring anything on the comments as far as going to another website and all that. I'll be deleting those again and again, but please, if you're hearing me at this end of the video, please do not leave those comments. And what it is that someone out there are creating these accounts with YouTube, and they just show a picture of a face on it, and then you don't see. So if you drill down in that picture, into that account, that name and that picture, you can drill down into it. You're supposed to see other videos that creator have made. There's nothing there. So these are scam artists. I'm not sponsoring any sales pitch. So just please do not follow through with what they're posting on my channel. I'm deleting them as much as I can. And but I do want to say, if you want to trade in crypto, there's a Robinhood account. You can subscribe to Robinhood, use my link below, and you get one free stock. And then I do get a free stock too. But you know, I once again want to thank you for your valuable time. I really do. And thank you for staying throughout this video with me for about half an hour. And please subscribe, like button. Please smash that like button. It helps me out. And look forward to another video from me in the near future, hopefully tomorrow. Good night.